All right, man, we back. Motor City Sports Talk, we in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. We're going to talk about Pro Football Focus, ranking the Detroit Lions receiving core 7th best in the National Football League. Let's get into it. And one was the Dallas Cowboys. Pro Football Focus had them number one. They got CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, and now they have Amari Cooper as well too. Even though Cooper quit, I still think Galladay better than Cooper. I'm not gonna argue that. Tampa number two, they the new hype with Brady being there, Godwin, and Mike Evans. Not sure who played the slot over there. I know Adam Humphries moved over there last offseason to the Tennessee Titans. Number three, I believe it was the Atlanta Falcons, if I'm not mistaken. Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones. They got rid of Mohamed Sanu, I believe, so that would have been even nicer if they had Sanu. And they also moved on from Taylor Gabriel a few years ago, and I believe the Bears just cut him as well. I like Gabriel in the slot. Four, I think it was the New Orleans Saints. This is the one I didn't like. Michael Thomas is an absolute animal, but Emmanuel Sanders is not that good no more, in my opinion. And Traquan Smith ain't never been that good, but he is a deep threat. But for a quarterback who can't really throw over 20 yards, especially as the season progresses, I don't know what's the purpose of him. Five, I believe it was the Bills from Buffalo. You had John Brown did well over there, leaving the Ravens. Cole Beasley leaving Dallas last year. He did well in the slot. Now you add Stephon Diggs, who we know very well. Used to be with the Vikings in the NFC North. That's a really, really good fit for them. I think Buffalo got a good receiving core, but the quarterback position may be a little bit shaky there. Their quarterback got to progress and be more accurate. Six was the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they receiving core better than New Orleans. I mean, Tyreek Hill may not be good as Michael Thomas, but Sammy Watkins better than the rest. Harmon, Robinson, they just got speed to burn. They just don't have that one possession receiver, but that's what Travis Kelce for. That's a tight end. But in seventh was the Detroit Lions. So what they said about the Lions is that Marvin Jones is one of the best intermediate pass catchers in football. He's short-handed, only 24 drop passes out of 390 catchable balls, I guess, over the last few years. Also saying that Galladay has emerged as an elite vertical threat. Saying Amendola is the perfect complement to them. And they said the X Factor could be Marvin Hall. He kind of showcased a little bit what he can do in the receiving game or down the field last year. And his speed can ultimately, really push the Lions to an elite level offensively. And I definitely agree with that. I've been saying that Marvin Hall and DeAndre Swift and Huntley and Ty Johnson and Jamal Agnew, if he could develop as an offensive weapon, they list him as a receiver. If their speed can be implemented and pretty much used in a positive way for the Lions, it's going to be a wrap. That's all the Lions need is elite athlete to go with like the rest of their receiving core. And if Marvin can get down the field and he can catch more than 7 balls last year, and they could really make a home for him in his offense, I felt that they should have just rolled with him in the slot over Amendola. But you don't know if Hockenson is going to make the jump as the inside tight end, work in the middle of the field, or can you count on Jesse James? So you got to bring Amendola back to control the middle of the field because you don't know if Marvin Hall can run the route tree and really make those contested catches, or if you can really depend on the tight ends to fill that void. And Bevel hasn't really had a lot of success with tight ends in his career. So I understand why you bring Amendola back. He knows how to sit down in the zones, and his route running is more polished than Hall. But Hall brings a vertical threat, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't double everybody. You got the backs come out the backfields. If tight ends step up this year, both of them, James or Hockenson. Amendola may or may not be on the field with Hall, Jones, Galladay. So really, Hall gonna see a lot of one-on-ones on slot corners, on nickel corners, a lot of one-on-ones on safeties, running through zones. Like he is truly the X factor, I think, offensively for the Lions. If he as good as he runs as a receiver and as good as he goes, you can see a breakout season for him. And he opened up things for Jones underneath, and he opened up some more vertical game for Kenny Galladay. But I don't have an issue where they sit at. I just think our receiving core is better than New Orleans. I don't think with New Orleans the receiving core. We're not talking about putting Jared Cook in there, Kamara in there, strictly receivers. But I don't have an issue with none of it. I think Kansas City is I think they shit is better than New Orleans as well too. But but other than that, I don't really have an issue with it, man. I think we right where we should be at. And if we get some production from the vertical game from Hall, I think we could be even higher because our quarterback is still slinging down the field. But what you got to understand with these individual rankings is kind of like, taking like cake batter. You know what I'm saying? You got the batter, then you got the egg, and then you got the flour. You're just taking the individual ingredients that make a cake. If you eat them individually, they don't taste good. So you have to mix them all together to get the tasty treat. And the same thing with a car. You can have an alternator, the engine and whole, the suspension, the rims, the tires, the shocks, the struts, the whole strut assembly, the frame, the seats, the radio, the battery. You know what I'm saying? And individually, they don't work unless everything is put together in one. So what I'm saying is your line got to be good. Your quarterback got to be good. Your backs got to be good. Your tight ends got to be good. Your receivers got to be good. Your coordinator got to be good. So everything has to work and simultaneously for it all to go good. And for the Lions, we talk about the offensive line later if I haven't posted the video. The line is the line in the running game is the key. If they're able to block, protect Stafford, open up running holes, and able to run the ball, Lions might have a top 3, might have the best offensive football, especially if they get some vertical threats. So we can go through that list and we could talk about Drew Brees having a receiving core, but he can't throw over 20 yards. He don't have an arm no more. And when he do go over, throw down the field, it's a struggle. Tampa Bay, they old. Offensive line has been an issue there for them for years. They drafted an offensive lineman, right? And then one of their tackles, Donovan Smith, one of their offensive linemen, may not play in the restart season. Also their quarterback, their tight end, their line is a question. You look at Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? They going through a transition mode. Who else you got up there? Dallas, you know what I'm saying? Quarterback, who are you going to get from his pressure on him? I know it's pressure when Tony Romo got there, and he held his job. But now it seems like they're trying to railroad him and the deal won't get done by Wednesday. He going to go in on the $31.5 million franchise tag. But he also got Andy Dalton breathing down his neck. And he got Jerry Jones that don't want no black quarterback, trying to put, the Uncle Phil to Jesse Jeff out of Dallas. Also with Kansas City, you look at them, will they have, a second year slump after winning the Super Bowl? Will they be able to repeat? We all know they've been good, but people adjust to what Andy Reid was been doing and Steve Spagnuolo did defensive wise. New Orleans, like I said, their quarterback can't go down the field. I mean, who else do we got that was a but? No, Bills, it looks sexy on paper, but can their quarterback Josh Allen make the progression, of being an accurate passer and really mastering and taking reins over the offense, or do they got to look for a quarterback to really, run that offense? I mean, each one of these teams basically got questions, you know what I'm saying, that's above us that, you got a couple dudes who got offensive line issues, Atlanta, Tampa, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I'm surprised that, we talked about ESPN Bill Barnwell ranking offensive weapons. That's tight ends, backs, receivers, I guess. And he had, the Cleveland Browns at number 2. And I'm surprised Cleveland Browns didn't top the top 7 or above us. Juice Landry, Odell Beckham. I don't know who their third receiver is, but then again, they didn't produce no wins last year and they was completely healthy. So I'm pretty sure they somewhere, near us, but Odell, they got him and had as a 4th best receiver. I don't see it. I know when he got to the playoffs, when they played Green Bay and Eli was dropping dimes and he was dropping the ball. So, I mean, you can make a case, but once again, I definitely agree, man, that we somewhere at the top. And Marvin Hall is probably going to be the X factor. And if he ain't the X factor, then it's probably going to be, receiver-wise, it's probably going to be one of those other receivers or Agnew with his speed. But hey, let me know what you guys think. I put the article in the description from Pro Football Focus. If I forget, you can just put Pro Football Focus, go to their website and check it out. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal description. Best way to donate is to share the video and check out our Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. And don't forget, you can also follow my other channel, Goodfellas Sports TV, right here on YouTube. Appreciate the love, support. Best way to donate is to share the video. If you haven't subscribed, hit the bell icon button. But other than that, Cash App, PayPal in the description, and Mason Barkin. One time for the one time we gone.